How you doing? I'm Trey Schlichting from A Company Mounted Archery Training in South Texas. I want to talk to you today about thumb release and a technique of thumb release that I like best. One of the things I want to address is the fact that when people learn how to do a technique, they become didactic in their ways, or set in their ways, or they think that this is the only way or the best way or the only right way to do things. And you get in trouble every time you do that. And so what I'm going to show you is a technique that I think works best, but not the only way to do it. Okay? And so one of the things that we run into in our journey on horse archery is the fact that we're rediscovering things that we've forgotten from the past. We're reverse engineering techniques and skills that we used to have that were common. If I asked you to go to your public library and find a book on how to use a fork and a spoon, you probably can't find it. And the same thing happens when we're trying to learn how to do horse archery again after it's been forgotten for 200 years. Finding good written documents on how to use a thumb release are really rare. People that prior to the gunpowder revolution that did this for a living did it since childhood, and as a result they didn't sit there and write treatises on how to grab the string and shoot the bow any more than they did how to use a fork and spoon. And so one of the things I want to talk to you about is this Persian military style that I've learned this summer from Cozmei Mihai. And this is a thumb technique of pulling heavy bows more comfortably, or the bow that you're already shooting more comfortably. One of the things that I also want to talk to you about is using proper thumb protection. And I'm going to show you a couple different items that we use for thumb protection. The first one I want to show you is this thumb glove. This thumb glove that I'm using and wearing right now is right here. And you can see it wraps around. And this thumb glove was designed by Diana Troik of the Desert Warriors in Arizona. And I bought it from her just recently, and right now this is my favorite type of thumb protection that I've been using so far. I like it because it's pliable, it's easy, it has thick leather, it protects my thumb, and loading is a cinch. The other types that we use, I'll show you. One of the oldest types is this Manchu style. Now this is made from ox bone. You'll see it's rounded here, and it fits over the thumb this way, and the string fits behind here. This oxbone thumb release really only grabs the string a little bit further back, and this is one of the later developments in thumb release shooting, and it really acts like a trigger release because it barely grabs the string, and when you open your hand it pops past that and shoots very straight with very little string oscillation. Here is a plastic modern facsimile made by Vermilion out of Thailand. And this one is a little bit easier to use with a bigger ledge. Another type here that's very common, and then you see this style in Persia and in Korea. This here is made from water buffalo horn. If you'll note, I put a little bit of extra leather on the back because I have these small thumbs. This water buffalo horn one fits on the thumb like this, sideways, and then kicks over, and then locks in that direction. This was a gift from Grandmaster Kim, from Master Kim of Escondido, California. He teaches traditional Korean archery and traditional Korean horseback archery in his dojo there. The other one that I have here, the last one, is the most inexpensive and easy to create. This is just a simple thumb protective device, a thumb glove. It has a shock cord bungee on the back with an adjustment, and it fits on the thumb like this. And these are easy to buy or create yourself, and it just protects your thumb from the string. There we go. Alright, so when I talk to you about the technique that I want to share with you, that I found that is the best, it's kind of counterintuitive. And so traditionally when we grab the string, we tend to, and I'm going to show you with my left hand, we tend to grab the string all the way up near our first crease in our thumb, way back here, and then really grab it tight this way. One of the opportunity costs of doing that is that it tends to throw the arrow off. So if you don't mind a dramatic demonstration, if I grab the bow here, grab the string like this and pinch it tight, it tends to push the arrow up the tighter I grab it. And this is exacerbated when I use a thumb ring. And so what I want to talk to you about is how to grab the string more efficiently and hold the arrow on. I have an assistant here that'll help with the dramatic demonstration. This is Kim Butler in South Atlanta helping me out today. Alright, so Kim, I want you to get in a fighting stance and turn your body a little more towards the camera. There we go. Perfect. Alright, bend your knees slightly. There you go. There we go. And I'm going to push on you. Alright, sorry. Try to resist it a little bit more this time. And I push, and your shoulder goes back. Alright? Now, get back in your fighting stance. Bend your knees a little bit more. Alright. And I want you to push out with your legs. I want her to take your legs and push and move the ground apart. When I push on her, she's solid and stable. Thank you very much, doll. That's kind of counterintuitive what you think would happen. By pushing her legs apart in that fighting stance, she's more stable, she's rooted into the ground. I can't move her. Her whole lower body stays still while her upper body moves. What I want to show you with this technique of thumb release is what we want to do is, instead of grabbing the string very tightly and possibly pushing the arrow up, or wrapping your thumb all the way around tightly into the crease and then wrapping it around, and in this case I'm going to say you take your thumb, sorry I keep moving around so I can get this in the camera, you take your thumb and you trap it with your index finger like this, and instead of wrapping it around tightly, you take your thumb and you try to open it and resist it and keep it locked in. Actually try to force your thumb out, but keep it trapped by your index finger. When you do that, it opens this section here by the thumb up here and opens it up. Instead of being tight and pinched, it opens up a gap there. Inside that gap, you can take your top index finger and push the arrow into the bow to keep it stable while you're drawing. It also lets you pull the bow weight that you're using now more comfortably, or allows you to pull a heavier bow. The final thing it does is it grabs less string and gives a cleaner, crisper release. Thank you.